Today's topic is uh, planetary position of Dr. Tilottama. Okay, uh, me along with some of my astrology loving friends discussed about many things about Tilottama's horoscope and all. We don't know the birth timing of Dr. Tilottama, but the planetary position we know because we know the date. When she died, Wikipedia did not have her page, but now Wikipedia has her page with quite a few information. Okay, what was Saturn? Saturn was in Aquarius. Her Saturn was in Aquarius. So Saturn Aquarius means she was definitely hardworking. She was very much group loving. She loved group activity and all. Now I'm not reading nakshatras, only this much I'm telling. We can start from Jupiter also. The Jupiter is in Virgo. Jupiter and Mars both are in Virgo. So Virgo is the sign of medicine. Okay. The Jupiter and Mars in Virgo means she might be having a desire to be a surgeon. Okay. Then Sun is Swakhetri in Leo. That's why she studied in government school and she was working also there only. What is the trouble? Now I have not seen the nakshatras, but what is the trouble? I have not discussed about the nakshatra, but what is there in this horoscope which can scare a person? That is Rahu Ketu is debilitated. You know that Ketu is comfortable in Scorpio and Rahu is comfortable in Taurus. Rahu in Taurus means Rahu Ketu exalted is not good. Any malefic planet, natural malefic planets, when they are exalted, they gives negative desire. They can give extreme negative desire, like Rahu exalted in Rohini, or Rahu exalted in any of the nakshatras of Taurus, gives extreme desire. And from interview of her parents we know that she was not having any desire. She belonged to a very poor family, very economically downtrodden family. Her father was a tailor master, we know that. He used to stitch school uniform for kids. So she has Ketu in Taurus. She had no desire for material thing. Okay, and her Rahu is in Scorpio, means she has extreme desire and ability and desire also to learn surgery. She was very to help people in deep trouble and all these things. Okay, now I want to go through the Navansh. Navansh has moon in Sagittarius, means extremely religious. Mars Swakhetri, that shows would be husband boss, surgeon. Mars Swakhetri with Sun exalted, excellent surgeon in a government organization. Rahu Ketu here also. Rahu Ketu was Bhargottama, means Rahu Ketu debilitated in both D1 and D9. What happens then? Saturn is exalted here. She was extremely laborious. So what happened actually? When your Rahu Ketu is exalted, you are extremely clever. You know, and so whoever I have seen Rahu Ketu exalted, they will extract things from others. They know how much little bit of oiling to a particular person can fetch her some result, free result, without any spending any money or time, or without spending anything. How they can fetch things, material things from other people, they know it very well. And spirituality also, they know how much spirituality is enough. So when Rahu Ketu is debilitated, then you have extreme desire to be good and do good for people who are in extreme trouble. So when it is Vargottama, when it is having this position in D1 and D9, there is some different position. Then what happens? You are having this nature, but you have your inner nature is little different. But when you have same position during D1 and D9, both the charts, then the trouble is, and the debilitated planet is double debilitated, you can see. Then the planet is Rahu and Ketu makes people clever, selfish. Rahu Ketu exalted, especially Rahu exalted, makes people clever and selfish. So Rahu Ketu exalted, debilitated is not at all good. Means Rahu Ketu exalted is not at all good. Rahu Ketu exalted people are very selfish, very witty, very clever. They easily exploit others and all. Rahu Ketu debilitated people are very giving. But if it is Vargottama, that is dangerous, because they are so giving, so adamant to remove some of the bad things from world, that the bad elements are so strong, they have removed her from this earth. Now I want to go through that chart of nakshatra also. Her sun was in Magha. Sun was in Magha means, it's very interesting, she was a king in some other life, in some past life she was a king. Moon in Uttar Falguni means she has an extreme capability to behave nicely even with bad people, even with wrong people. She had a capability to behave nicely. Moon is in Uttar Falguni, but in Leo portion. Moon is Uttar Falguni means she was very good with weapon, means she was very good in surgery. She could be good in surgery, or she was good in surgery. I don't know much about her. Mars in Hasta. Hasta is the central nakshatra for Vargo sign, and Vargo is the sign of medicine. Kalpurush Kundali, sign of medicine. So Mars in Hasta means she was very good. Her hands were very good. She had a blessing of rising sun, and she had a very good hand in surgery. Mercury in Aslesha. Aslesha is, according to me, everybody has different choice, but Aslesha is a planet which gives incompleteness. Her friends were not good, according to me, because Aslesha is alcohol, Aslesha is medicine, both. So her friends might be, her friends are from the branch of medicine, but might be many of her friends or colleagues were alcoholic. Okay. Now, although here it is showing her Mercury is Aslesha Pada 2, means by profession they were in medicine. Okay. Jupiter in Hasta, I already told you. Mars in Hasta and Jupiter in Hasta, both are in Hasta. Means she could be excellent teacher of surgery. Venus in Punarvashu, 14 years she has relationship with her would-be husband for 13 years. So Punarvashu is a nakshatra for Ram. So Ram went for exile for how many years? 14 years. So her Venus is in Punarvasu, means it was the time to unite. It was time to unite. 14 years was the time to unite to a good life. So she was about to start a good life, about to get married in few months only, when she was killed. Now Saturn is retrograde in Dhanishta. She was watching Olympics. So she was fond of sports, either sports or game, dance, music. Here you already know she was watching Olympic that night, and she was sleeping and she was killed. It was not true. She was actually awake at 3 o'clock also. Some people, some patient or nurse, they have seen her. Rahu was in Anuradha, means Rahu was in nakshatra of Saturn. And where was Ketu? Ketu was in Rohini. I understood. Ketu was in Rohini, because Rohini is when Rahu, extreme selfish people are having Rahu in Rohini. Means they are so extremely clever, you cannot blame them. They will use them so sweetly, you cannot even blame them. And she was having Ketu in Rohini. Just opposite. People will use her. She must have been tortured in several ways, and she must be trying her own ways to, you know all now. She died in the age of 13. Sorry, in the age of 31. If I go through the Ashtagvarga, chart, then I can guess her to be Lagna, ascendant Hasta or ascendant Virgo. She might be ascendant Virgo, and her 8th house was Aries. When Rahu was going through Aries, only then she was in extreme trouble. The trouble started that time, and Rahu shifted to Piscean. Then it was her 7th place. 7th place is one of the Marak place. Only this much. Only this much for today. With heavy heart. She has changed my life in a very different way. With a suddenness, she made me realize which kind of mistakes I was doing, having very happy friendship with many people who are actually not worth, because vindictive people are always vindictive. You talk to them sweetly, you help them, you appreciate them, whatever you do for them. Wrong people, vindictive people, poisonous people are always poisonous. Whatever you do good for them, until and unless they get very bad punishment from like God, nothing can restrict them from doing anything wrong. whatever wrong things were happening in RG Kaur Medical College is very worrisome, and might be possible that there are people who are watching me who are in working in some different hospitals, but or who are parents of kids who are doctors, because I am also one of them. They do understand how much pressure of education, how much pressure of work, and nobody, I think, is worried on this whole earth that number of doctors are very less in comparison to the number of doctors required to manage this huge number of patients. And there are good and bad in every profession. There are good engineers, bad engineers, good doctors, bad doctors. There are good teachers, bad teachers, but doctors are the cream. Why? Because you know that it's one of the toughest exams to crack. NEET. And when someone from very poor family, difficult family, cracks UG also, and after that is going against, all of you know, whenever you are going against something very wrong in the society, you know it very well, maximum people are after wrong things only. If wrong things will give you more money, then definitely they are after wrong things. And but there are many good doctors. They are coming from poor family or rich family. There are many good doctors who does not have that only one desire to earn huge amount of money by being a doctor, but doing something good for the society. And if you bring a patient in last moment in a very bad condition, when even God cannot save them, and then the person dies and you blame the doctor, that's useless, because you behave like someone uneducated. There are sometimes medicines or facilities are not available in a particular hospital where you have admitted your patient, and you blame the doctors, but most of the time you don't know even it's not doctors. Doctors are not buying the medicine or the chemicals needed for cleaning the hospital, or whatever it is done by hospital management. The doctors, many a times doctors are just professional to do your treatment. They don't buy the medicine, neither they are responsible for the condition of the hospital. That is controlled by hospital management. And if the hospital management is not good, the material, the medicine which is provided to the patient, the food which is provided to the patient, everything is given by the hospital management only. And many a times the doctors are beaten, tortured by the patients because मेरा पेशेंट मर गया, मेरा पेशेंट वर्स हो गया. कभी कभी आप खुद ही वर्स कंडीशन में लाते हो पेशेंट को, इतना वर्स कंडीशन में लाते हो जब जिंदा रहने का कोई उम्मीद नहीं है. और दूसरा ये होता है, कभी कभी आप गुड कंडीशन में लाए हो, डॉक्टर इज़ डूइंग देयर बेस्ट, 36 आवर्स का ड्यूटी, डॉक्टर्स का छुट्टी भी नहीं रहता है. आज कौन सा दिन है? सप्तमी का दिन है. किसी भी मेडिकल कॉलेज में छुट्टी नहीं है. वो फर्स्ट ईयर सेकेंड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, उनको छुट्टी मिल सकती है. अदरवाइज इवन द स्टूडेंट्स, डॉक्टर्स जो हो गए उनका तो बात छोड़ ही दीजिए, जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको भी थर्ड फोर्थ ईयर में छुट्टी नहीं रहता है. आप दिवाली, होली एट्सेट्रा एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे, एंड डॉक्टर्स आर सिटिंग देयर यूनिफॉर्म में. आप नए कपड़ों में घूम रहे होंगे, डॉक्टर्स आर सिटिंग इन देयर यूनिफॉर्म ओनली with expectation. Which kind of expectation? They are doing night duty even. क्यों? और इतने लॉन्ग आवर्स का ड्यूटी होता है. किसी जानवर को भी 36 आवर्स काम नहीं कराया जाता है, लेकिन एक डॉक्टर से 36 आवर्स भी काम कराया जाता है. While they are studying, then also they are studying very hard. रात भर दिन भर ऐसे करके काम करना पड़ता है और पढ़ना भी पड़ता है. और नंबर ऑफ डॉक्टर्स इतना कम है, सीट इतना कम है, सो भी मतलब मैनेजमेंट आई एम नॉट स्पीकिंग अबाउट मैनेजमेंट ऑफ हॉस्पिटल. मैनेजमेंट ऑफ हॉस्पिटल अलॉन्ग विथ मैनेजमेंट ऑफ अ कंट्री और मेडिकल बोर्ड, कितना डॉक्टर्स का ज़रूरत है, कितना पेशेंट है उसको मैनेज करने के लिए, सो दैट एवरी डॉक्टर शुड नॉट हैव मोर देन 8 आवर्स ड्यूटी. ऐसा कोई सिस्टम ही नहीं है. डॉक्टर्स को गधों से भी ज़्यादा मेहनत कराया जाता है. आप ये सोचो, किसी का अगर 30 आवर्स का या 20 आवर्स का ड्यूटी है, आप इमेजिन कर सकते हो? मतलब कोई इंसान नॉर्मल ही नहीं रह सकता 20 आवर्स का अगर कंटिन्यूस ड्यूटी है. उसके बाद 8 घंटा सोने के लिए दिया जाता है और फिर से जगा दिया जाता है. मैक्सिमम अर्निंग जो है, ऐसे बहुत जगह है जहाँ इनकम मैनेजमेंट ज़्यादा करते हैं. उनमें से बहुत लोग डॉक्टर है ही नहीं, ओनली हॉस्पिटल का बिजनेस चला रहे हैं. इसीलिए एक डॉक्टर को ब्लेम करने के लिए पहले आप ये सोचिए कि वेदर यू हैव ब्रॉट विच काइंड ऑफ पेशेंट, एंड ये भी सोचिए कि एक डॉक्टर को जितना ज़बरदस्ती बिना छुट्टी का जितना लॉन्ग आवर का काम के लिए दिया जाता है, आप खुद अपने ज़िंदगी में कभी भी किए हो क्या? और तीसरी बात, डॉक्टर्स का सैलरी बहुत होता है, ये बहुत गलत बात है. एक डॉक्टर को अच्छा सैलरी तक पहुंचने में जितना समय लगता है, उतना समय में कोई भी और प्रोफेशन में उसे ज़्यादा कमाएंगे. इट टेक्स लॉन्ग टाइम एंड वेरी फ्यू डॉक्टर्स, परसेंटेज वाइज 5% भी नहीं होंगे शायद, जो डॉक्टर्स रियली हाई कमाते हैं. वो भी कम एज से नहीं कमाते. इट टेक्स वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. एन्जॉय योर नवरात्र एंड थिंक there are doctors who are giving their duty in uniform for much long hour without sleep when you are enjoying your life and your सासू माँ, पापा, मम्मी, कोई किसी का तबीयत बहुत ख़राब है और ख़राब हो रहा है, you are enjoying your life. एंड जब बचने का कोई उम्मीद नहीं है, उस समय आप हॉस्पिटल में ले जाके डंप कर देते हो, और मेडिसिन खरीदने का पैसा नहीं है तो वो भी डॉक्टर को ही ब्लेम करते हो. ठीक है, एज इफ द डॉक्टर लाखों करोड़ों पैसा लेके बैठा हुआ है. कभी गूगल किया करो कि एक डॉक्टर को पहला सैलरी कितना मिलता है MBBS के बाद, और MBBS एक बार देने के लिए ट्राई करना. आप अपने बच्चे अगर हैं तो एक बार MBBS के लिए बैठा देना एग्ज़ाम के लिए, UG और PG नीट के लिए, सॉरी अंडर ग्रेजुएट नीट के लिए एक बार बैठा देना. आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कितना ईजी है. How tough it is, you will understand, you will realize. Then only judge a doctor. उनके जैसा लॉन्ग आवर का ड्यूटी, उनके जैसा UG PG लेवल का एग्ज़ाम क्रैक करो, उनके जैसा लॉन्ग आवर का ड्यूटी करो. ओनली देन यू जज. एंड बहुत सारा चीज़ जिसके लिए डॉक्टर का कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं होता है कि ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर है कि नहीं, ये हॉस्पिटल मैनेजमेंट का काम है. इंजेक्शन सीरीज है कि नहीं, फलाना मेडिसिन ख़त्म हो गया है, वो क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. ऑल दीज आर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ हॉस्पिटल मैनेजमेंट, नॉट डॉक्टर्स. हॉस्पिटल मैनेजमेंट जितना आवर जगह रहते हैं उससे कई गुना ज़्यादा टाइम लंबा ड्यूटी आवर डॉक्टर्स देते हैं. बी कंसिडरेट. बाय. हैव ए नाइस डे.